till it ain't. Things will never be the same. Never be the same again. Everything so
back everywhere we can get it.
Is there anything else in regards to gameplay that has been added to the new 2K that has never been added before?
Well, we have some new badges. Those are going to be changing the game, changing the metas, I think, a little bit. We're giving you loadouts this year, so you can create whatever badges you want, and then if you have a different player or just a different situation, you're playing in a different context, you can create a second loadout and kind of just equip different badges. There's so much with the on-court experience that's new, that's never been in the game before. The skill-based dunks and alley-oops is new. It's a new thing for us, kind of breaking new ground, and things that in the past were kind of dictated by animations or just by dice rolls. We're trying to remove as many of those things as possible to keep NBA 2K a game of skill. So I think that's two ways that people, at least last year, were able to kind of gain an advantage where maybe it didn't feel right or feel fair that I think 2K22 will hopefully solve.
Is there anything that the community requested that you were able to give them in NBA 2K22?
They always request a couple things with shooting. Contests were big. Shot contests, logic, and just interior defense in general. I think they felt that could have used a lot of rework, and they're totally right. It's a system that needed a lot of extension, so we spent a lot of time just making sure that the blocking felt right. You as a defender, if you jump at the right time and you're in the right position, you were rewarded for that. And so that's one of my favorite things about 2K22 is the balance of just offense and defense and contesting shots, open shots versus contested shots, shooting.
The starting lineup for the visiting Orlando Magic. At forward, Franz Wagner. Let's meet your San Antonio Spurs.
And it's our fifth, and we have a minute to catch up with our reporter. What do you have for us, Allie?
Hey, Brian, you could say the alley-oop is perhaps the game's most exciting play. Ricky Rubio said that 80% of the credit should go to the finisher. LeBron James said, quote, the worst passes often lead.
Oh, yeah, he's had some good ones, Allie. Thanks. And the starting lineup for the Magic. Isaac and Carter up front. Terrence Ross is out there with Suggs. And it's Wagner in at the small forward position. And for San Antonio, Murray and White in the backcourt. Jakob Poeltl out. Another
Magic
opening night that sticks out in your mind?
Well, for me, rookie year, opening night is always special. We came out the gates 25, 10, and 5. Of course, 2004 was special, too, after not playing the entire previous year.
And the free throw, no good.
You know, reliability is important when you talk about NBA players, and Doug McDermott is valuable in that regard. He's not trying to do it all out there, just focusing on what he does to help the team be its best.
Now here's Fultz. Defense is right there. Oh, MP with a block. That one's good for 2. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Vassell. Oh, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Forbes. Fires hitting the triple.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Outside Fultz. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Ross. And Collins with the big block. 3 on the clock. Fultz. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Fultz has got 8 points.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
And so it's DeJounte Murray making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right. Well, Thaddeus Young still getting it done. You could argue his best.
Going out there and being the energy guy.
And Young continues to add to his game.
Recently, he's more than doubled his rate of assists from any of his prior campaigns. Now, still learning some new tricks out there to his credit.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
It doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding's been impressive.
Second, we've got Terrence Ross, Mo Bamba out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Markelle Fultz, and it's Anthony in at the point guard position. Here's Ross. Misses from 6 feet away. San Antonio leading. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Forbes can't get it to go. For Orlando, they've got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Oh, a flawless finish on the lob.
Boy, moving the ball with purpose there. Fultz has tremendous offensive potential, and we're seeing him put it all together now.
On the wing, MP. Back to Vassell. MP outside. Poke loose. And stolen by Anthony. 14 feet away. The putback. It's good on the putback.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Timeout called, the Spurs. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
San Antonio. So it's Orlando with a 9-point lead. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. It's been quite a game for Jonathan Isaac.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Murray and White in the backcourt. Thaddeus Young out there with Keldon Johnson. And it's Pirtle in at the 5. That's the San Antonio 5.
A lot of tenacity shown that.
Look for San Antonio. Collins comes in for Pirtle, and MP is subbed in for Young. That one misses for Carter.
You look at it, a nice combination of size and mobility made Pirtle a top 10 pick in 2016. He does a really good job bringing energy and taking up space at both ends of the floor. And I love his hands at the offensive and defensive end.
Here's Ross. Rebounded by the Spurs.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Outside White. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. You know, Clark, on a per-minute basis, Pirtle's shot blocking and rebounding are near elite.
They really are, BA, and it's hard for the average man to pick up on that, but his game is not flashy. It's all substance, and he's got excellent timing at the defensive end and catches just about everything at the offensive end.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Last season, after what was dubbed a historic wave of injuries, the Magic decided it was time to hit the reset button, trading away their veterans for picks and for prospects. This will take some patience, but the front office feels this different path affords them more upside to contend moving forward. Guys?
You know, Allie, that's an excellent point, something to keep an eye on. White with it, now guarded by Isaac. That one drops for him. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, whenever White sees an open teammate, he's getting the ball to him right away. No hesitation.
Pass to Carter. Outside Ross. to Carter. 4 on the clock. Fires from the line, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And the first one at the line is good. So both teams changing it up here.
At the line for 2.
Good on both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke.
And so it's San Antonio with the W. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Hi there, Frank Valentine here. Hey, it looked like you were...
How you doing, Frank? Are you serious with that question? I mean, it was one game. Everybody has an off night, and that just goes to show that even before I got here, a lot of folks made up their mind about me just because I had a YouTube channel. But you know what? That's fine. You're going to get plenty of opportunities to see me play, and they won't like that at all.
But what if they do?
They won't.
Yeah, but so how do you know? How do you make sure?
I'm going to play better than I did next game, Frank. You'll see.
Well, I sure hope so, at least for your sake.
I need my whole hood to see the trees and the sun beaming, nice breeze. I clean the whip and hit the strip. You seem to miss the scheme with this.
Okay, listen. So the reason I asked you to stop by today, mad. I need you to watch this video.
Am I in trouble?
It's complicated.
How complicated?
Everything's under control, but I want you to watch this, and then we'll talk about it.
I have one issue that I need to address like the numbers on the house, and that issue is MP. Let's talk about MP. I'm hearing his coach isn't a fan, thinks he's more into fame than actually hooping.
This airs tonight. I've got a friend at Top Takes Daily sent it over as a favor.
So you telling me Coach don't want me here?
You weren't his first choice, but that's not necessarily a big deal.
Oh, and you're sure about that?
Front offices have varying opinions on prospects all the time. What's important is how you react to it.
Okay, so how do you want me to react, Kristen?
Well, that all depends on what you want and what you're willing to do to get it.
What do you mean?
So you can either wait and see or speed the process up. But everything has drawbacks and benefits. It's not a simple calculation.
Okay. So we wait and see, right? I put in that work. I stay ready. I show out when I get an opportunity.
Absolutely do that.
Play nice. Build that vibe. Corporate. I'm a company man.
Just know that Coach is in no rush to find out if he was wrong. So if you go this route, it might be a while before you see the minutes. You and I both. So how do you want to play it?
You don't have a preference?
I'm here to provide you the menu, pros and cons. In the end, it's up to you because you have to own it and live with the consequences.
Okay, word.
But I need to have an answer before you leave this room because if we're going to shape the narrative, we need to get out ahead of this now.
Dead honest? Just don't sit right with me not getting my shot because of some office politics. Okay, for real, thank you so much for helping me work through this. I really...
And leave a miss, and leave a list. We don't seem to... I read, he don't seem legit. He don't seem to fit. A tell, I can see the fin. Beware, knowing he pretend. Aware, that be sneaking in. Prepare for who was peeking in. During boss talking, now they see the win. The season in for reaching in the peak is something unseen. I can the pen for ink and see these rappers shrink whenever they mention me. Chief driller, master, we feel your actions don't match your active people. Back and start the rapper, be still the rapture just happened. Craft the deep will, your faction so whack. I'm rationally least skilled and most won't call that, but we will. I'm master free will and 83 wheels and pass it. But crashing, be still and patch your street still can't match your G will go into we. I gotta move, I gotta go, I gotta prove.
Yo, what's up, man?
Stay focused on your workout. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Hey, hey, help him out. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Come on, box him out. Box him out. I'm in here. Keep it going. Hey, hit me up.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go.
And one. Hey, hit me up.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Just like that.
Hey, I'll see you later.
Get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. Hey, put it back, put it back. See you later, man.
For the gamers.
How do you keep everyone happy from the pro player to the casual player?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. And one that we are constantly asking ourselves, too. I think the main thing that we try to do is give people flexibility in terms of modes, in terms of difficulty levels, and in settings. So if you are brand new to 2K, my best recommendation is to go into 2KU and just kind of learn stuff and try to just practice in the 2KU freestyle environment and just try to get familiar with controls and things. And play in rookie mode. There's no shame in it. You know, in rookie mode is pretty easy. Like, you can knock down shots, bad shots sometimes. You don't have to be great at timing your shot. And it's just a nice, experience to kind of lay back and just enjoy it.
And
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Now, Nikola Jokic is honest about why he's so capable.
He is definitely letting the play develop, DA. Thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs. The guard pair, Murray and White. Young is out there with Jakob Poeltl.
Into the lineup.
Their spirits are running sky high right now.
And it's such a great feeling to come out strong. But it's hard to maintain that consistency. The teams that do, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strength.
Passes it to Vassell. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Campazzo, the pass to Green. Pass to Rivers to the inside. With 1 on the clock. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. It's San Antonio leading by just 1. And the 2021 League MVP, Nikola Jokic, discussed what brought him to this point.
The hustle work, every day, twice a day. You just go out there on the court and do whatever you need to do to get better, And that's what I did.
He did indeed. Those long hours, Greg, in the gym are something the fans don't always recognize.
And even for a player like the Joker, who seems like a savant with the ball, it all comes back to the work.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got MP. He's out there with McDermott, and it's Forbes in at the 5.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Spurs?
They've gotten a lot of high-quality shots in the paint early on. That was clearly part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
And the Spurs making a change here. Walker's checked in. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
But what about the athletic ability of Green? A real powerhouse who just knows how to bring the hammer down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Green. Eubanks grabs the miss.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Vassell, no good. The Nuggets trail by 3. On the wing, Morris. Down low, and Green slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic is arguably the greatest passing center of all time. I say arguably because Wilt is in the conversation. But Jokic sees the game a frame ahead. Nikola said, I just look where defenders are standing, listen to what they're talking about, and their play calls. For me, it's a normal thing. I just wonder what they're doing, and I do the opposite. Kevin, it's simple, actually. I'm going to do the opposite now and stop talking.
No. You keep talking, we'll keep listening. And David, thank you very much. Denver calls timeout.
And coach is looking to seize every advantage, maximize everything.
And that does it for the first half of play. Nugget. For those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
The forwards are Porter and Gordon. The guards are out there for him, Murray and Barton. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Michael Malone getting going here in the second half. It's good. Murray's got 8.
With the lift Murray gets on his jumper, he can get a clean look from mid-range at any time.
And in the past, Murray's coaches have said he wants to be clutch.
He's a tough kid. He's overcome a ton. Takes nothing for granted. Wants to earn his keep. He understands what a privilege it is to play in this league.
Pirtle kicks to Murray. Over Jokic. Here's Pirtle. And he banks in the layup. Pirtle's got his second bucket tonight.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Inside, here's Murray. Rejected by Murray. Substitution here for Denver. Green is checked in for Jokic. Green comes in for Gordon. Morris is checked in for Will Barton. Campazzo's subbed in for Jamal Murray. San Antonio also making some changes. MP's checked in for Young. And it's Doug McDermott in for Johnson. They grabbed their own miss. Campazzo, the pass to Porter. Porter can't get that one to fall.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
The Nuggets leading by 14. Good defense by MP. The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Murray. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Outside, Green. The pass to Porter. To the middle, Campazzo. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Campazzo's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets. On the wing, MP. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second.
Jeff Green picks one up. The Spurs have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. And we all know basketball is a game of runs, but Steve, why can it so often seesaw like that? 1 minute a team is ice cold. The next, they can't miss.
I think confidence is such a big part of the game. Also rhythm. When you see shots fall, it snowballs. On the other hand, when you can't take the lid off of it, that confidence can go another direction.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio. Bryn Forbes comes in for Murray.
1 shot.
Greg, player movement is always a constant in the NBA. But with more players on the move every year, the power balance can shift in the blink of an eye.
And we've seen it with
into the lineup with the Spurs. Jokic, he's checked in for Green. Michael Porter comes in for Rivers. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. That'll be a 5-second call.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
On the floor for San Antonio, MP is out there with Collins. And it's Bates Diop in at the 3. Campazzo, the pass to Najee. Just 5 on the clock. Over Collins. And that one hits back iron. Spurs trail by 19.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nuggets.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight.